Hi everybody, it's Merc007 here. Thank you for joining my board game video. Today I'd like to take a look at Tokyo Highway Rainbow City, an exciting new expansion from Japan that is getting an international release. Please enjoy! Tokyo Highway Rainbow City is a new expansion of the game Tokyo Highway for 2 to 4 players designed by itten. Itten is based in Japan, and they have designed games like their Fun Brick series and Crash Octopus and more. In Tokyo Highway Rainbow City, players compete and build their own unique highway that crosses over and under other highways. They try to fill up the highways with their cars and can aim for some of the new missions. So what's new in the expansion? There are 4 new landmarks, a red tower, which could represent a famous tower in Japan, an airport, a stadium, and a rainbow, which might be synonymous to Tokyo's Rainbow Bridge. Tokyo Highway Rainbow City adds new missions with new rules. Players can now play with the mission rules to play more strategically and earn points. There are new upgraded components to make building roads easier. The wooden roads now have an anti-slip pad, as well as the rubber materials the cars are now made of to prevent them from sliding, something that should help the player experience. There will be 10 various cars of different sizes and shapes to make things more interesting. For players new to the game, you can follow the basic rules. Since this expansion comes with new mission rules, I'd like to introduce them to you. Depending on the number of players, give each player a set of roads, a set of grey columns, a set of yellow columns, and 10 cars in their chosen colour. Check the rulebook or the back of the mission board for more information. Place the mission guide nearby so everyone has access to it. Then flip over the back of the box to use the score track for scoring. Players start their road by placing a road that ends on one single grey column. The column should be 1 stick distance from the other players. Then place a car onto that road. The sedan car should be the first car placed on the ramp by each player. The person who saw a rainbow most recently is the start player. And one at a time, each player chooses and builds a new building structure anywhere on the table at least 1 column token away from another object, until all of them have been placed. Only 1 building or tower can be placed on a development area, and they can't overhang off the edges. Once placed, these structures cannot be moved. In the new mission rules, the player who earns the most points by fulfilling the mission conditions when the game ends is the winner. The game ends when either all players have placed all their roads, or 1 player places all their cars. In this case, all players finish their turn in that round and the game ends. On a player's turn, you will add a new road to grow your highway. First, build a column. The height of the column is either 1 level higher or 1 level lower than the previous column you wish to build the road from. Then, to complete building your road, place one of the road sticks on top of the new column and the other column you chose earlier. You can adjust the newest column at this time to make sure the road fits the following. So roads cannot protrude over columns, they cannot cross over other columns when looking from above, roads cannot form an enclosure, and roads cannot cross and touch other roads or columns. Then, if your road is the first to cross over or go under another player's road, you can add one of your cars onto your road. If your road is the first to cross over or under multiple opponents' roads, you can place that many cars. For example, if this crosses over 2 roads, and they were the first player to achieve this, they get to place 2 cars on the newly built road. Another way to place a car on one of the roads is when you make an off-ramp exit, where your road ends and touches the table. If the off-ramp exit crosses over or under another player's road, you get to place an additional car. Building a junction. If you decide to use one of your limited yellow column tokens to build with, it forms a junction, but it must always have at least one grey column token beneath it. The special thing about this is you can make the column you build as high or as low as you want, and you can build a second road off one of your own junctions. If you need some extra help, I find it may be helpful to use the tweezers provided to place the cars on the road in precarious situations. If on your turn you knock over another player's car, road or column, you must pay a penalty and hand over one of your columns, either the grey or the yellow one, to that player. Then everyone can help rebuild the roads with the fallen pieces. How to score. There are 3 types of missions: blue, yellow and green. Only the yellow mission takes effect immediately in the game. The blue and the green missions are scored at the end. Placing a car. Score 1 point for each car you place on the road. Constructing on a development area. For each column you place on a development area, score 1 point for each column token. Making a loop around a building. Score 1 point for each building your roads loop around a building or structure. Score 1 point for every 5 columns, grey or yellow tokens, that you haven't played. When you achieve the yellow mission on your turn, the effect takes place immediately, driving the same type of car. If on your turn you place a car on your newly built road that is the same as another player's car, on the road that is under or above that road, that player must pay and give you 1 column if they have one. A traffic jam. If you have 3 or more connected roads with a car on each of them, earn 2 points. Looping the tower. If your connected roads loop around the red tower and have looped other buildings somewhere on your roads, the score you earn for the blue mission, making a loop, is doubled. Building the highest. The player who has built the highest grey columns score 2 points. This does not include the yellow column. Tied players for the highest all score. Driving under the rainbow. If you have 1 or more cars on a road that drives under the rainbow, score 2 points in total. Multiple cars on your road passing through the rainbow does not earn any extra points. Making an exit to the airport area. If you build 1 or more off-ramp exits to the airport, you score 2 points in total. Multiple roads you build onto the airport does not give any extra points. Making an exit to the green area. If you build 1 or more off-ramp exits to the green area, you score 2 points in total. Multiple roads you build onto the green area does not give any extra points. And as soon as all players have placed all their roads, or 1 player places all their cars and all players end their turn that round, the game ends. Calculate the scores using the scoreboard on the back of the board, and the player with the highest score is the winner. Hopefully this has given you a good insight into the new Tokyo Highway Rainbow City expansion. This is a fun new expansion adding more depth to the original game. With the new upgraded components, even those with shaky hands like myself can build a traffic-filled stable road. The beautiful new components and added rules allow for more player interaction and strategy. Tokyo Highway Rainbow City, the new English edition, is launching in 2024 on Kickstarter all the way from Japan. I've put the link in the YouTube description. I really hope you've enjoyed adventuring in the world of Tokyo Highway Rainbow City with me. If you'd like something new and fun to play, I recommend supporting local creators from Japan. Thank you for your wonderful support as always. Please like, share and comment in my channel if you like the content. Thank you for watching. Until next time, happy gaming!